It's just so good. Shoulder catches fire to his sweater.
Oh, God's just howling. Hey, guys, watch this. Watch.
Right?
I burned another one. Those fucking priests.
That's so funny. I just loved it.
Ridiculous.
A little bit of sad news. In South Sudan, Juba, more specifically, they have been dealing with. This has been going on since February. They've been dealing with swarms that have just been brutal throughout the whole region. Like swarms of locusts that have just been destroying everything. To give you an idea, so these desert locusts, first of all, they've crossed into Mogwai County, which is on the border of Uganda. They've also hit Kenya,
yes,
Somali.
That is Mogwai County, where, yes, you can buy a Mogwai and turn him into a gremlin if you want.
That's right. Turn him into a gremlin. That's right. Good catch. Yeah, so like I said, they've hit Kenya, Somalia, Eritrea. I can't even pronounce this next one. It's got too many J's and an I in there. They've also spread to Tanzania, Uganda, and now South Sudan. To give you an idea, so these locusts can travel up to 150 kilometers a day and eat their own body weight in greenery. Now, when you think about a locust, you don't think that's that much. But a swarm just 1 kilometer square, and keep in mind, that's not a massive swarm.
That's a big swarm. What? That's a large swarm. No, we don't have anything a kilometer wide that swarms here.
Well, not here, but in those areas where they get these.
Yeah, sure.
They've been known to cover. There's been swarms that have covered up to 10 square kilometers.
Yeah, that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, that's a big swarm. We don't know. We don't have anything that swarms, so we don't know.
Yeah, no, it's true. Like, we think of getting swarmed by bees. That's a tiny hive.
Yeah, that's like 20. You know what I mean? It's like 20 bees. Oh, it's a swarm. Yeah, no, this thing's a fucking square kilometer.
Yeah, it's huge. But a 1 square kilometer can eat as much food as 35,000 people in a day.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's huge. And some of these areas have been dealing with 3 consecutive years of droughts and floods, and then now they got this on top of it. And the really crazy thing is these particular locusts are all this. Because I was looking at the picture, I'm thinking, wow, like they're this bright yellow color, and I don't get to see yellow very often when they look at locusts. And the reason is because that they are mostly looking in areas where they can lay their eggs.
Right. You know,
and if that happens, then shit's just going to get real bad.
You know what I don't understand, though? This is a place where like 1 million people a year die of malaria, and then when they're not dying of malaria, they're getting swarmed by locusts and fucking eaten by lions. And why the fuck don't you just get out of Africa? Like, it's a horrible, godforsaken place. Leave it.
I don't understand why the suicide rate is. You think the suicide rate there would be through the roof?
It doesn't have to be. Everything there kills you.
It's worse than Australia.
You want to commit suicide, just go outside and walk around.
That's it.
Something will kill you. They'd be happy to get coronavirus.
So South Sudan is recovering from 5 years of civil war that basically put parts of the country into famine in 2017, forced a quarter of the population to flee their homes. In December, said that the outlook was dire. The United Nations World Food Program said the food security outlook was dire after the floods affected nearly a million people. So I mean, like And now you get locusts.
And I said when I gave my thing a few months ago that it's voted year after year. It's voted the saddest place on earth. Like it's the most depressed country in the world. That's why.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just insane. On to something a little more regular news. Coca-Cola has hit a milestone. They are first. They are number one 2 years in a row. For what, you might ask? Let me tell you. They're
Being
number
the
one
second
in
to Pepsi?
plastic pollution 2 years in a row.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course they are.
When you own that many pieces of shit, like that many products.
They own so much,
they,
and whatever. They don't care.
The reason how they know this is because in September of 2019, they did this huge movement that conducted 484 beach cleanups worldwide. During that cleanup, 11,732 pieces of plastic collected were from Coca-Cola products alone.
That's not on Coke, though. It's not Coke throwing out Coke bottles.
That's on people.
It just says that people who drink Coke are pieces of shit. So that shouldn't. Maybe Pepsi should put that in a commercial. Pepsi should use that to their advantage. Be like, drink Pepsi because people who drink Coke are pieces of shit. That would be a good Pepsi commercial.
That amount was more than the next three top global plastic polluters combined.
Oh, there you go. And here's the thing about a company like Coke. Okay, you're the CEO of Coke. You make, probably $900,000 a year or something? And
more than that, but yeah, sure.
You're probably in your 60s. You're rich. You don't care. You don't notice human beings. You don't give a shit about people. And you're going to die soon. You're in your 60s. You're not well. You probably eat very, decadent shit. Your heart's probably in trouble. You don't give a fuck about pollution because you're not going to be around to see it, and your kids are rich enough to avoid it. You don't care. Why would they care? They don't. That's why nothing ever fucking gets fixed, because the people who could actually fix it don't give a shit.
No, they don't. And just to give an idea, the guy who owns it, the CEO of Coca-Cola, whose name is James Quincy, in 2018, he made his personal take-home was $16.7 million in compensation.
Yeah, there you go.
In 2018.
He doesn't give a crap about the environment.
Yeah.
That's the truth. If you want to know why things aren't getting better, why the environment never gets fixed, it's because the people who could fix it don't give a shit, and they don't want to, and they're not going to spend their money on it.
No, that's right. They couldn't care in the slightest. So, yeah. Well done, Coke.
When you're that rich and you've got that much wealth and power, you don't give a fuck about the future. You know the future doesn't exist, and you don't care. You're going to fucking just burn through your money and die. And that's all you want to do. And leave money for your kids so they can do the same fucking thing. And then bitch about their reality shows. Oh, fuck you.
Fucking dick. Oh, guys. People fucking stupid. So there's that. Question has come up in Canada that's on a lot of people's minds and wondering is, with everything going on with the virus and people not working, not having the money and all that shit, people are wondering, can my landlord charge interest on late rent right now in Canada?
I believe they can.
Yes, you're right. They actually can. If they choose, they can. It would not be. It would be considered mean, but it's not illegal.
Yeah, no, they don't. Again, they don't care. They don't care about mean. No. If landlords gave a shit about mean, a fucking bachelor suite wouldn't be $1,800 right now.
Oh, ain't that the truth?
Landlords only care about money.
That's it. They care about nothing else. I can say that for a fact because
sorry,
I've
renters,
dealt with them my whole life.
Sorry, all you renters out there, guess what? There's 20 people lined up hoping the fuck you get evicted. So if you're late on your rent and you get evicted, your landlord doesn't give a shit. People are moving in before you're done moving out. They've created that market for themselves. Landlords have all the power right now.
Well, right now, there is a freeze on that in Canada. That is Canada-wide. You are not allowed to be evicted during this coronavirus epidemic.
Yeah, and that's all well and good. That's all well and good that the government can say that, but they're not going to enforce it. They can't. What are they going to do? Send cops out to make sure, like, they don't have eviction police? Plus, there's no legislation against, yeah, you can stay in your fucking apartment, but I'm going to treat you like a hunk of shit the whole time until you want to move out. There's nothing against that.
Yeah. No, of course not.
So it's nice for Trudeau to put this little like happy-go-lucky ribbon on it, but guess what? It doesn't really apply in the real world.
No, because necessities of life just means they have to make sure that your water runs in there. It doesn't mean you have to get hot water.
No.
Doesn't mean you have to have full fucking pressure.
No, your water.
They can fuck with your shit so bad.
Maybe your power goes on and off intermittently now. Maybe that spot where your kids played, that's where my second car's got to go now. Sorry.
Yep.
There's
That's
lots
right.
of
all of that.
Oh, maybe I do what Eric used to do when he had a neighbor who was noisy at night and didn't understand that Eric needed to sleep. So he would blow smoke in his smoke detector every day before he went to work. And then just lock his door and go to work and let his smoke detector go for 8 fucking hours. You can do shit like that and piss people off.
Oh, that's so good. It's just funny.
Lots of ways to make
so we got that.
people... That sucks. It sucks that you can't create a legislation like that and actually do something about it. Because there's 85 billion ways for a landlord to go, no, this isn't corona related. I'm kicking him out because my sick uncle had a heart attack and needs an apartment. There's like all kinds of fucking, you can do whatever. So thanks, Justin, but it doesn't help.
No, it's just no.
It might.
It's a nice little thing to put in the news, but yeah.
If landlords were human, it would be awesome, but they're not. They're all mean.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Nobody gets into that with the good intentions. Let's put it that way.
No.
You get in there to make money, and that's it.
I think I'll buy a extra property that costs me a fortune every year, and just to be nice to people. Nobody ever buys anything to be nice. That's not how the world works. And
people prove that shit by when they do a nice deed, they post it on social media to show the world how awesome they are. Yeah, exactly. But no one's ever gotten into... That's not a nice deed anymore. No one, least of all rich people, have ever gotten into a situation and been like, what would be the nicest way to other people for me to do this? Nobody's ever thought that to themselves. Wait, before I do this, how is it going to benefit others? That no one thinks like that. It's so fucking true. Trump, we rarely even talk about him that much anymore. He sent out a tweet today, went out at 1:05 p.m. today, that said, upon information and belief, Iran or its proxies are planning a sneak attack on U.S. troops and or assets of Iraq. If this happens, Iran will pay a very heavy price indeed. Isn't Iran getting fucked by COVID right now? Yes. I don't know that Iran is. No, if it's Iran or it's Iraq. I think it's Iraq getting hit. I can't remember. I don't know. Trump's looking for his election war.
That's cool. But I don't think Iran's a threat right now. I could be wrong. Maybe he knows something I don't. I